Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit y'all another video. Hope y'all are having a very great day. Hope y'all are having a very great week also. My day is going absolutely magnificent. Big shout out to all the channel members and subscribers of the Trey King Show family. And much love to each and every last one of you all. And you all, we have a story out of New York by way of Brooklyn. And big shout out to everybody in the great state of New York. Everybody inside the great borough of Brooklyn. Now, before I start this story, I want to send a special thank you out to my channel members and also to my subscribers for sending me this story. And also, keep these stories coming. And also, before I start this story, I want to send a special condolence out to the victims, yes, of this tragic shooting. I want to send a special condolence out to their family because it's very sad and tragic what happened to this man and also to his stepson. And don't nobody deserve to die like that, but this story is a cautionary tale of why it pays to humble yourself and why it pays also to put your pride to the side. Now, if these individuals would have put their pride to the side, guess what? When none of this happened, everybody would have lived to fight another day. But the only really true victim in this whole situation to me really is, number one, the mom and also the daughter, and also the one who lost his life, the 27-year-old man who goes by the name of Chen Wan Mo. He is the victim, the stepson. To me, he's the victim because he did not do nothing wrong. He didn't say anything to this guy, Jason Pass, who killed him and his stepdad. And also, he just basically walked in the hallway, and that's why he wound up getting killed. And now I know a lot of you all may be wondering, well, Trey, how did this happen? Why did this happen? From what I've been hearing, from what the people have been telling me that is close to this area, and also what the news been reporting, is that the stepdad, 47-year-old Vladimir Mahurin, him and the other guy, 47-year-old Jason Pass, the one who killed him and his stepson, they've been getting into it for a while now. It was said to be over loud music because, like, if you ever stay in an apartment, you know how your neighbors upstairs be making too much noise, you would bang on the ceiling sometimes, trying to get them to calm down. I mean, that's pretty much universal. I did that before. I'm sure a lot of you all have done that. But Jason Pass and also the deceased victim, Vladimir Mahurin, been having a lot of turmoil, a lot of beef lately. And it all had to do with alleged loud music, with a lot of noise coming from their upstairs apartment. Now, Jason Pass stayed on the third floor and Vladimir Mahurin stayed on the fourth floor. That's why you see Jason Pass in the video on the side walking up and down the stairs and everything, because he came up there to confront them. Now, the deceased victim wife said that the real reason why Jason Pass came up there and did this was because he did not like Haitian people. And I want to ask my people this, especially my people in New York. Do blacks and Haitians get along in New York? Because why would this woman sit up here and say the reason why Jason Pass did this was because he was racist against Haitian people when the whole time he's black himself? So I don't know if that's true or not. Just like I don't know if it's true that they was making noise. That's the real reason why Jason Pass came up there. But all of this could have been avoided. That's the whole key thing about the whole situation. Now, people, I'm going to tell you this right here. You might be saying, well, Trey, how could this have been avoided? Number one, when it's two men, whether it's grown women or not, you should talk your differences out. But especially men, I'm talking to men. Men should respect men, period, because you just never know where it may lead to. And the same thing with women, but even more so detrimental when it comes to men. Now, if you and a man been having a problem for a while, the best thing to do, number one, is try to talk it out. Is try to reason it out. And if you can't reason it out, guess what? Try to avoid each other. That don't make you a coward just because you want to avoid a situation, because you just never know. Just like in the case of this situation, you may lose your life or one of your loved ones may lose their life. You get what I'm saying? You always want to be in the right, because whether you answer to the imitation judge here in a courtroom or the real judge, God himself, the Most High, you're going to have to pay for what you do. So you want to make sure you do things the right way. Now, I understand that you have a lot of people, especially people coming out of New York, saying a lot of crazy things about how tough they are, rocking people's snot boxes, making a joke out of death, really. Now, that's cool and dandy and all that. But at the same time, you got to be careful who you listen to, because everybody that pick up a microphone do not know what the hell they're talking about. Listen, if you want to live to grow old, if you want to live a long and prosperous life, you got to humble yourself. You have to put your pride to the side. Now, all the stepdad had to do was go out there by himself. He did not have to come out there with his stepson, even though most likely I wasn't there. I don't know. Even though he probably didn't tell his stepson to come out there. But if you know when you and this man got a problem and he got a whole jacket on and he got his hands inside the jacket, that may tell you that what? He may have a weapon on him. So what Vladimir Mahurin should have done is told his stepson, no, son, you stay in here. And told the wife and the daughter, look, if anything happened, call the police, grab a weapon, call the police. Do not open this door. Because guess what? If anybody would have just lost their life, it would have been the stepdad and not the stepson. Because Jason Pass gunned down the stepson worse than he did The dad, even though he did shoot them both in the back and the chest and also in the head. A sad situation. Number one, you already shooting them and then you stand over them and shoot them in the head. That's a damn shame right there. So the stepdad should have left the stepson inside of the apartment, went out there and talked to this man. So if anything would have went left, guess what? It would have been him or the other guy. It wouldn't have been nobody else involved. And that's why I tell you all that this whole situation could have been avoided, because there's nothing wrong with talking it out. That don't make you a punk. That doesn't make you weak. That make you smart. And guess what? In case you do have to take it there, you want to make sure you're in the right. But as of yesterday, the news stated that Jason Pass was stopped by police and also captured after he had an altercation with the police, where he was shot and he's listed as critical condition. So the thing I want to ask Jason Pass is this right here. Was it worth killing this man and also his stepson? And was it worth you also getting shot over alleged loud music? Basically, all this over some petty BS. Was it really worth it? That's what you have to ask yourself. But anyway, we'll break the rest down as I read a snippet from this story. I'm going to read a quick snippet from this story, and I am going to give my opinion. All of it. Surely, as we go, father, stepson shot dead by neighbor over noise in Brooklyn apartment building. A damn shame. You get what I'm saying? And it's so hard sitting up here, number one, doing these stories because you're looking at the victims just like I'm looking at the victims right now. And it's like you can hear them talking to you. But even worse than that, it's sad when you see it. It's one thing to report and talk about it, but it's even more sadder when you see somebody getting their life taken from them. You can see the life leaving their body. That what makes it very hard. Anyway, let's go and continue. Now, a Brooklyn bodybuilder and his stepson were shot dead in a hallway outside the apartment in an ongoing dispute with their angry downstairs neighbor who stormed their home to complain about the noise, says the police. The furious resident of the Flatbush Garden complex in East Flatbush shot the 47-year-old Vladimir Mahurin in the victim 27-year-old Chinwad Mo in the fourth floor hallway outside their apartment around 10:30 p.m. Sunday, says the police. A damn shame. Everybody should have had their butt inside of the church house that morning. And guess what? None of this wouldn't have took place. But at the same time, I mean, if you're having an ongoing dispute, the last thing you should do is approach somebody in an aggressive manner, especially somebody who has their hands in the pocket and have a thick jacket on, because you just never really know what they have. But also, don't ever approach somebody with a damn pair of scissors. You get what I'm saying? Because the stepdad came out of his apartment and approached the man, got in the man's personal space. Now, what make it even more crazier is that this whole time that the stepdad approached this man, Jason Pass, he did not know this man had a gun on him. But you approached that man with a pair of scissors in your hand, as you all see in the picture, in the video. Now, that only made the situation way more worse, because now you don't already turn a volatile situation into a dangerous situation when all of this could have been avoided. You could have easily walked outside that apartment, shut that door, and if anything did happen to pop off, guess what? It would have been your life or his. It wouldn't have been no stepdaughter, no stepson, or even your wife. It would have just been you and him. And you also could have approached him and talked it out. Now, true enough, maybe you couldn't talk it out, but at least try. But the last thing you should do is sit up here and approach somebody who's already at your doorstep in an aggressive manner with a weapon in your hand. Now the person feel they have a right to take it all the way there, because they are there for it. If you all see it, if you all understand what I'm saying. Now, unless you are ready to die or kill somebody, don't go out there in an aggressive manner, because just like in this story right here, you just never know what the other person is thinking and how far they're willing to take it. Look, you may be willing to take it 10 feet. They may be willing to take it all the way home, just like Jason Pass did. And no, I'm not trying to make it sound good. I'm just trying to make it sound bad so you all would not follow these same footsteps of these people. Because like I told you all, this could have easily been avoided if cooler heads would prevail. You get what I'm saying? I mean, they have an old song by the late, great Kenny Rogers. He had a song called The Gambler, and it states like this. You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them and know when to walk away. And walking away don't make you a coward. It makes you smart, like I stated earlier in the video, because you live to fight another day. Anyway, let's go and close up. Now, cops recovered surveillance footage that shows the gunman who resides on the third floor of the apartment complex on Brooklyn Avenue storm upstairs to confront his neighbors about making a racket, according to a police source. So it pretty much sounds like maybe it was some noise coming from this apartment. Now, I'm not saying they was making all that noise intentional. I don't know how loud it was, because once again, as you all may know, I wasn't there, you wasn't there. But at the same time, if the man been banging on his ceiling for a while, telling you all about the noise, maybe you all was making some noise, whether you was aware of it or not. Now, An ongoing argument ensued between the victim and their neighbor that spilled into the hallway. And this is where it really turned left at because all that talking went out the window. At one point, Mahurin retreated back into his home, only to emerge a short time later holding a pair of scissors, according to the police report and also to the video. And that was the last thing he should have done was pick up a weapon because this guy already have a fully loaded gun, a 45, because that's the shell cases they recovered at this apartment complex. The guy already had a 45 loaded. He cocked it too, as you all may have seen, because that's why he kept fidgeting inside of his jacket. He had cocked that gun. So he was already cocked and loaded and ready for anything. Now, in closing, that's when the gunman drew a weapon and unleashed a barrage of gunfire, striking both men in the head and back, says the cops. Now, one thing I will say on the stepdad part is this right here. When Jason Paz pulled the gun out, the stepdad turned away to walk away toward his home. Now, true enough, Jason Paz may didn't know what the guy was going to get, if he was going to get him a gun or not. But at the same time, the stepdad is not considered no more a threat, unless you all going to say that he was going to get a gun. But to sit up here and gun that man down, shoot him in the back, then the stepson is standing right there, then you gun the stepson down, stand over here and shoot him down, and then go back over there and finish the stepdad off, shoot him in the head, ultimately killing him. And all of this is over a silly dispute of loud music when all of this could have been easily resolved and talked out if cooler head prevails. And that's why the word for today is put your pride to the side. Humble yourself because you will live longer. Now, one thing about this whole situation is this right here. If you're dealing with another man, I'm talking to men and grown women also, if you're dealing with adults, approach the situation as adults. Talk things out. All that trying to be bad, that goes out the window because guess what? I don't care how big and bad you may think you are, you're not better than a gun. So please keep that in mind today. Anyway, you all let me know what you think about this story. If there's anything I may have missed or misinformed, which is not my true intent, please let me know in the comment section or you can email me and we can talk about it more there. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel and become a channel member. Also, share the video with your family and friends. Till next time, you all stay blessed. And I will see y'all soon on the next Trey King Show. And guess what? I'm out.